I have done a few videos for you where I challenged myself to have a day out on a budget, 250 baht, 200 baht, whatever it is, but not today. G'day, I'm Kevin. I've been here in Thailand for about a year now, traveling, relaxing, exploring and learning. Living here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and the adventure continues. This is 52 weeks. Good morning and welcome to a 31 degree Chiang Mai morning. I'm just having an ordinary day today, so what I thought I would do is actually give you some idea of how I spend my time on my normal budget rather than one of the budget challenges that I sometimes do. So the plan today is to have my day for a budget of 500 baht. I'm just wandering past the Gymkhana Club now, and they play golf and they do all sorts of things. They have a big cricket tournament, 20 overs a side, I think, cricket tournament every year, which has just come back after a long break. Now, I don't normally plan my days out to the nth degree. Sometimes I have a general goal. I've planned today a little bit more because I'm filming. I want it to make some sort of coherent sense, although you might not be able to tell that from some of the videos I make. In fact, many of them. But today, I'm heading over to the Index Living Mall. I'm thinking about buying an oven. Not because I want to spend a lot of time cooking for myself, because it's actually very easy to live on food that other people cook in Chiang Mai. And sometimes more expensive to cook for yourself. But just because every now and again I might want to make a cake or something. So I'm heading over to the Index Living Mall to have a look, see what I can get by the way of stoves and what I might need to do. And I've decided to make a day of it. So the first step is to head over to near the railway station, where I'm thinking about having some morning tea. Now, as I say, I haven't planned this out to the nth degree, but what I will do is when I finish this trip, I'll do a map so you know what the route I travelled was, and I'll put it up now. So there you go. That's where I'm going to be, or in your case when you watch this, where I've been. When I do my budget challenges, I tend to talk about the money I'm spending as I go, as well as put it up on the screen for you. Well, that's because it's a budget challenge, and I'm trying to think carefully about how I can do things within the budget. You know, have a day out on 250 baht. So I talk about it more. Today's just an ordinary day, so I've come out with 500 baht in my wallet. Well, a little bit more than 500 baht because, you know, sometimes I might overspend. But yeah, so I just come out with the money in my budget, money in my wallet, and spend as I go through the day. But I will put the prices on the screen for you, even if I'm not talking about how much things cost me. So let's just go back to breakfast for a moment, and on the screen now you should see how much my breakfast cost me this morning. Okay, that's how I anticipate letting you know how much things cost will work. You're on your own now. It is about 30 minutes later after I started, and we're just near the railway station, which is on the right, and on the left there's all sorts of coffee shops, etc. So I think I'll drop in here and have a drink. So there are lots of places along this road. I picked that one because it had air conditioning, which was very nice. Not that it's a super hot day, but a little bit warm. Okay, now the next step is to head over to the Index Living Mall. Now, as long as we are passing the railway station, I might just drop off and see if I can pick up a timetable to plan a future adventure. Okay, onward to the Index Living Mall. And so we come to a significant obstacle, and a road that rings around the city. Could turn right here and get to my place. If I was in a car, it'd be pretty unpleasant to walk, I think. But the Index Living Mall is in fact on the other side of this ring road. So have to figure out a way of crossing it. I suspect I'll be able to do it just coming up here. Oh look, convenient little crossing markers, which I wouldn't rely on if I was you. I would keep my eyes open. But it's an indication that I can cross here because the cars are coming through this way. All of the cars going the other way and trying to turn right are stopped. So with a bit of luck, I'll get most of the way across, if not all. Okay, just be aware that people can turn left on a red light here, so just watch out for that one. And we are across. You can see how big the road is. Anyhow, onward to the Index Living Mall. Oh look, there's a big Makro here, which I didn't know about. So if I'm looking for sorry, just negotiating with that car. If I'm looking for some of the hard to get things that I want, not that I do that often, but I might be able to find them here. So I'm just going to drop in for a quick look while I'm passing.
ไมโครโซนค่ะขอเชิญเจ้าหน้าที่โฟลเต้นกำลังติดต่อที่เคาน์เตอร์รีเทิร์นค่ะเจ้าหน้าที่โฟลเต้นที่เคาน์เตอร์รีเทิร์นค่ะ
That was a good find. It's absolutely huge in there. Has lots of food, fruit, vegetables, fresh and frozen meats, groceries, all that sort of stuff. But not only that, it did have ovens in there. So I can actually get an oven for somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 baht. There were some specials, so it might not be that when I come to buy it, but very good prices. Well worth knowing about. I actually spent about an hour in there wandering. It's nice and cool too. After wandering in Makro, I stopped off at 7, grabbed a drink. And now I'm just heading along the ring road. Got a bit of a hike along here. And as you can see, it is very busy. But this is the worst part of the trip. My life's pretty good. Okay, I think this sign means we are almost here. I was worried for a moment, thinking that they might be not here, but the sign says the next one is. Okay, so the Index Living Mall. Once again, a massive place. I can get a oven there for around about 3,000 baht, a bit smaller than the one that I looked at in the other place, but a little bit better quality as well. So yeah, I could probably get something there as well. Massive place, all sorts of homewares and things like that. Now, it was 11 o'clock when I had morning tea near the railway station, and it's about 3 o'clock now. So I'm feeling a bit peckish, and I might see if I can find something for lunch. As I wandered past, this place looked interesting, but when I got inside it was absolutely packed and I couldn't get a table. So I think I'll just head up the road a bit to the Central Festival Mall and just have something to eat in air-conditioned comfort there. But this place looks good. If ever I'm around here again, I might have a look to see if I can get a table. Looks very trendy. Oh, look what I found. My favorite restaurant. One of my favorite, but one of my favorite restaurants. So I might duck in here, I think. Well, that was very busy in there, but I'm glad I found that restaurant that I like. Normally go over to the one in the airport plaza, so it's good to know that it's not a one-off. Okay, that's about the halfway mark of today. I'm going to head back down the road towards the river and home after that, but let's see what happens on the way. Those of you who have been watching me for a while and who are very observant might realise we've been on this road before. Back earlier in the year when I did the impromptu adventure, we came out onto this road. Remember that church over there? And we came down from that direction after turning in from a side street. But as a change, try something different. I'm going to turn down here and head along parallel to where we were before. So, a brand new adventure for us. I actually don't have any idea where this is going to come out. So I guess we'll find out. I'll let you know. I'll send out an SOS if I get lost. I'm actually really happy I came down here. It's quite a pleasant walk. And there are lots of nice coffee shops and restaurants down here, like this one, which is what looks like a salad specialist place. So that would be interesting to come and have a bite to eat at some stage. I think this road looks a bit familiar. I think I might have been on it before, but I'm not quite sure. Yes, I definitely remember that hotel and that place there. I think I came down here from the other direction one time when I was trying to get from a market to bus station or something like that, and took a wrong turn and got lost. I think that's what happened. So if I'm right, we should come out near a market. Not anytime particularly soon, but see what I mean about lots of nice little places there. Many of them I've missed because they're closed by the time I got to them. So that's a reason to come down this road again. Well, that's a nice looking hotel. Yep, there we are. That's the market where I go and get tempted by mukbang all the time. In fact, I don't think they'll be open because it's a bit late. But I might go and have a look. I wouldn't mind a couple of mukbang. As I suspected, my mukbang stall is not open because it's getting on for the nighttime stuff, which has all of the nighttime food stalls out the front. I've actually not long had lunch, had a very late lunch. So I might not have anything to eat here and just continue on. But it's interesting that sometimes you think you've been somewhere and you haven't. But on this occasion, I thought I'd been somewhere, and I had. I came out at the market I was expecting to come out to. I did decide to get a drink near the market, however. I got myself a nice ice cocoa. Very refreshing. So my plan is to finish my drink here and then head back down towards the river, I think. As you might be able to tell from the quality of the light, it's getting a bit late now. Well, late in the day. It's about 6:30. So I'm heading back down towards the river. Don't know if there's anything else that will happen between now and then. This is a fairly well trodden path for me between this market and the supermarket that I go to, the Rimping supermarket. So I probably won't be surprised by anything. Anyway, I'm heading towards the river. Okay, that road there would take me down to the Rimping supermarket and the river. Down that way. I'm going to cut across here across the back a little bit. Okay, here we are at the Chiang Mai Lampun Road. The Mae Ping River is just on the other side of those buildings, on the other side of the road. Well, not a bad day so far. Still got dinner to go. Managed to keep myself amused for about 8 hours. The stated purpose of the journey was to figure out what it would take for me to get an oven in my place. So, not very expensive. I could get a relatively cheap one, which is probably what I would do if I decide to go ahead with it, because I'm not planning on cooking every day of my life. Sorry, just trying to cross the road. There, that was easy. Yeah, so I'd probably grab a cheap one if I decide to go ahead with it. I have to think about where I'm going to put it. My kitchen is not exactly huge. It's a bench about the length of my arm. So I might have to get a stand or something and put it on, which is a bit more expensive. So I'll have a think about it, see if I want to go ahead with it. So nevertheless, it was a simple mission that kept me amused for most of the day. I'm going to head for home now, maybe have a shower and a bit of a relax. Then I'll get something to eat for dinner and I'll come back and talk to you again. So this road is a road I walk fairly often between my house and the supermarket and Monsoon Tea and a few other places. And this bar has been Kopungap. This bar has been in my mind for a little while. I've never actually walked past it when it was open. And seeing it's open, as I walked past, I decided to drop in, just have maybe a soda or something. So when I finish my soda, I'll head for home then. Well, given I had a pretty late lunch, I didn't feel all that hungry when I got home, and it became dinner time. So I went downstairs and got a mataba roti, which is a savoury roti with kind of a cucumber dressing, really quite nice. And that wasn't a bad day at all. As I say, I'm not entirely certain whether I'm going to go and buy an oven or not, but it was a pretty good day out nonetheless. And the day spending was 407 baht. That's good. So yeah, well within the 500 baht mark. But that's how these things work. So today I spent 407 baht. That gives me a bit of a buffer for another day where I might want something a bit extra. So it's all working out pretty well. Anyhow, I'm going to finish my dinner now. So I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate your company. If you've made it all the way to the end but aren't a subscriber, you might like to consider doing so by clicking here. Or, if you want to see something that I've made before, you can click here for something I think you might like. And if you're really feeling like a binge, you can click down here for the playlist. Hope to see you again soon.